Hello friends, Bones here with another Halloween TV review. Today we're looking at a Halloween episode of The Simpsons. But why are we focusing on one episode? Well, it's because this isn't like their Treehouse of Horror specials that always take place outside of The Simpsons canon. This episode, titled Halloween of Horror, is actually part of the normal series. It's set in the real world, or rather the Simpsons version of the real world. With them trying to make an actual canon Simpsons Halloween episode, does it still have the level of quality we expect with this sitcom? Let's watch and find out. We open on a chilly autumn afternoon the day before Halloween. Marge and Homer are putting the finishing touches on their Halloween decorations with a lot of enthusiasm. I like that this shows that the Simpsons really do love Halloween as much as we had hoped from all the Treehouse of Horror specials. Funny enough, they even call attention to those specials in a very meta way.
Halloween at the Simpsons. What a classic tradition. Are you heading up to the treehouse to tell 3 horrifying tales?
We're doing it next week.
They also give us a term for people who ignore Halloween.
Halloween skippers.
Skippers. How can you reject a holiday where you can serve candy from a salad bowl?
I still like the term Halloween heathen, but skippers is good too, just as blasphemous. When some of their skeletons are found melted together, the Simpsons make a trip to the seasonal Halloween pop-up store, which is clearly a spoof of Spirit Halloween, right down to the costumes that are obviously licensed characters with different names. But this one happens to be run by our favorite convenience store owner, Apu.
Temporary workers who drift from town to town, holiday to holiday, living off candy hearts and sleeping on Easter grass.
Still one of the best characters in the series, unless you have no spine and are trying to be relevant somehow. Just saying. Apu has a problem with 3 temp workers he hired, as they would rather get high than do any actual work. The last straw is when they give Homer some free skeleton animatronics, and Homer, being Homer, tells Apu all about it. So of course Apu gets mad and fires them, as any store owner would. So now the 3 bums are mad at Homer, which sets the stage for a later event. But first, it's Lisa's first trip to Krusty Land Horror Night, an obvious spoof of Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights. Which makes it even stranger that we've never had a Simpsons maze at Halloween Horror Nights. Anyway, Lisa's excited up until she ends up getting scared for real. So scared that the whole park ends up shutting down so they can take her out of it. This is why you don't bring your scaredy cat kids to haunted theme parks, stupid parents. This has unfortunately damaged Lisa so badly that the Simpsons are forced to become Halloween skippers.
I know what this makes us. I know!
Plus, Lisa has reverted back to an old tail thing that she used to cling to as a security blanket. The episode cleverly uses Taily, as it's called, as a metaphor for Lisa's need for security to replace her missing courage. Of course, Bart is annoyed by all this, so Marge and Homer agree for Marge to take Bart and Maggie to a Halloween block party, while Homer stays home with Lisa and pretends that Halloween doesn't exist. But this attempt doesn't last long, because guess who's back? The bums that Homer got fired. At first, Homer responds to them the same way I respond to internet trolls online.
Look, I don't want to be rude, but you sad losers should go suck somewhere else.
It goes about as well as you'd expect, because before you know it, the Simpsons have a home invasion on their hands. I really like how this episode pulls from Halloween-themed issues that can arise in reality. Kids being scared, mass killers, Halloween heathens, but it still manages to feature them all in a horror comedy way. After all, these guys may not be zombies or vampires, but intruders in the house with violent intentions are arguably scarier than any horror movie creature because they're real. But these guys are still Simpsons characters, and the episode keeps reminding you of that without being too obnoxious about it. One of the best uses of horror comedy is Homer trying to calm his nerves with one of this holiday's most iconic themes. Meanwhile, Marge and Bart are turned away from the block party since they're not residents of that neighborhood, which is a shame because it actually looks really fun, complete with another Universal Studios reference.
E.T.
Hello, Scrotum.
Marge tries desperately to salvage the night with some trick-or-treating, but she's run out of time. It's gotten so late that something sinister has awakened. Something that can only be shown as a Rocky Horror Picture Show spoof. Middle-aged suburbanites in slutty Halloween costumes! Oh!
Our lives are awful and dreary, so tonight we're going way too far. Hide your kids, this cannot be unseen.
I mean, they're not exactly lying about the existence of grown-up Halloween, but these drunken 40-year-olds may be Homer and Lisa's only hope. The father and daughter pair come up with a plan to signal for help using decorations from every holiday, from 4th of July fireworks to overly bright Christmas lights. But Homer needs help to light the fireworks, which is where Lisa has her big breakthrough moment.
Light 'em up. Goodbye, Taily.
This is one of those Simpsons moments where they make an effort to not just be funny, but to develop one of their characters and give them a genuine arc. It's achieved very well. Homer lights the fireworks and all of Springfield rush over to catch the bad guys. And what better way to celebrate than with a Halloween setup that uses decorations from other holidays? Hey look, even Kang and Kodos make a cameo. Sort of. And that's the Simpsons Halloween of Horror. While it may not get as wacky as any Treehouse of Horror special, I've gotta say it's a very well made Halloween episode. It's a chance for the show to spoof some real world aspects of Halloween, and that chance is not wasted. While a few jokes are hit or miss, most of them do a great job of poking fun at the over-commercialized parts and at the people who are too boring or too scared to truly embrace the holiday. The episode is available for purchase on iTunes, and it's available to watch on Disney Plus as well. But with all the Universal references, I still say the show is better suited for Peacock than anything Disney. If you like this review, check out our previous reviews of the top 10 Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes, or a review of the Halloween episode of WandaVision. Goodbye, friends!